Jane. Oh, now that doesn't quite reach. Okay. I am live now. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, I'm doing things a little bit different every time. It seems, you know, just sorting everything out. And what? Ignore the crazy hair place. Okay. So the mic is miking. Yes, yes. Look at me today. Well, I suppose that's easy because I'm on the screen. Wait a minute. Let me just, oh, there we go. So I'm up here in the corner. Hello. And I am, I can control the live stream with my iPad here, but I need to use my mouse to do it. So always something. But this is kind of cool because I can see the chats, I can talk to you, I can do my art, I can do everything. I can do everything from my battle station right here. The only trouble is I'm a little bit blind and just a little bit blind. But we've got the lights are on in the background, just doing a little moving of the camera there. Let me see if I can just rearrange myself just slightly so I can see everything. I'm kind of excited. So yesterday, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been keeping to a regular schedule with my live streaming. And that's been great. I'm very proud of myself. But yesterday, I had my friend here, Kim, and we went and did 3 life drawing sessions. We did 2 different ones all over the place, and we did a dog life drawing. Dog life drawing, yes, it is a thing. Well, it is here. And it was so fun. And then we found out that another life drawing was actually on, that we used to go to. 3 started, and the dynamic drawing. So I went off and did that instead of live stream, but I'm here today. So I was doing art, so I don't feel too bad. Yes, so here is a little popcorn. And I didn't take Poppy to life drawing. There was a little dog at the doggy life drawing. So what I took with me worked so well. Where's the camera here? Worked so well that I was up in the night thinking about, because a question I get asked all the time, especially in our Facebook group, is where do I start? Which art supplies do I start with, Jane? And all our members love answering it because everyone has their own take. But what I say is, do you want to draw or do you want to paint? Should I turn the camera? I might just do this and then do this and this and that and that. Okay. Click 50 buttons. So what you've really got to just, I suppose a good starting point is what I'm trying to say is, do you want to draw or do you want to paint? If you're just starting out, right? That's a good breaker downer. Do you want to draw or do you want to paint? Because if you want to draw, paper, pencil, done, off you go. It can be that simple. But, oh no, we've gone into this crazy AI following me around. I have to turn this off because it jumps around and I don't know why it does it. Just excuse me for 1 second. Oh my goodness. This, of course, it's going to be horrifically difficult to sort this out. Hang on, sorry. Okay, I've got to go to that. Oh, of course, it's over there. And turn this madness off. But of course we've lost, oh my goodness, all semblance of reality here. Okay, at least we've got art to look at. Okay, now I've lost my mouse. Sorry about this. it's just, you know, there's always something. We can't have it. We can't just be normal. We have to always have craziness. Okay, now let me go. Oh, when it does the AI tracking and it starts zooming in and this and that. Oh, no. So are you going to draw? Are you going to paint? This is what you can ask yourself, even if you're just setting up for the day. Am I drawing? Am I painting? Because they're kind of quite different things. And drawing, you can get started. You can draw in the smallest space possible. It's the cheapest thing to do. So, you know, it's budget friendly. However, not time budget friendly, because to draw, and drawing is a much more critical skill. You've got to practice. You've got to put the practice in. So it's going to take time, in that to feel good at it, you're going to have to practice. You're going to have to draw. But if you like drawing, you like doing art, that's good news, because you get to do more drawing. Like I go off to life drawing and, you know, draw the beautiful nude person, male, female, sometimes there's more than one person, or a dog, whatever, to keep my drawing skills, you know, crispy. And so drawing just takes more time in that way. If you want to paint, painting is more expensive because you need more things, you need more space, so you need I think a dedicated space if you're going to paint, depending on what you're painting with and all of that. So that's the division. Are you drawing, you're painting? So today we're going to pick drawing, and we'll do painting and talking about beginner kits for painting, because there's all sorts of different roads, because we're mixed media, of course, so there's no easy answer. And I can talk about this stuff underwater, so, you know, here we go. So drawing, you can just do lead pencil, piece of paper, done. But, see, and I saw it yesterday, people drawing with charcoal on butcher's paper, which is very, very budget friendly, probably the cheapest art materials there are, but they don't last. Butcher's paper, you know, that thin, discoloured, it's already discoloured when you get it. It falls apart, and charcoal just floats off into the ether, never to be seen again. You get covered in it. You know, you can smudge it, and, you know, that's nice. But if you're going to be working in a journal, just don't go anywhere near charcoal, okay? So you can just start like that, or you can use a lead pencil. I don't use a lead pencil for drawing. I stopped using a lead pencil for drawing because it's shiny, it's water soluble. So then if you go to use watercolor or other things over it, you get a grey smudging in your colours, and that can be not nice. Also, you can dent the paper very easily because you're adding, you can't make the colour darker, you can just make it a bit denser. So there is a tendency sometimes to dig in with it, and then you've got an indentation. So there's limitations. I use a lead pencil, my Sketcher size, I think I've got it here, lead pencil as an automatic pencil to add tiny details at the end of, after I've added colour usually. I use this as a detailer because I can add detail without adding my darkest darks. I can still save those. So I use that, but not for sketching, for drawing at the very beginning. I use coloured pencils. I started using coloured pencils because when I started teaching online, lead doesn't really show up that well on paper. It's because it's got this reflective quality to it. So I started using coloured pencil, and I've never ever looked back. What using coloured pencil makes you do is live with your lines, which is great for drawing, because what can happen with drawing is because you can erase, you get stuck in this perfection cycle, and coloured pencil gives you what charcoal does without the smudginess, but without the mess. And it just gets you motoring along and accepting your lines. So I'm just going to make sure that I can, just 1 second, can I, wait a minute, can I do this? No, I have to go. Oh my gosh. The technology, people. The technology is quite liberating, exciting. I'm just going to have a quick little look. Penny's like, normal, what's that? Someone left a lovely comment on one of my videos to say, I prefer, I'd done a edit of a mermaid video. If you haven't seen any of my new edited videos on YouTube, make sure you have a little look. So it's called Body of Water. And I said, I prefer these sort of ones, you know, from the live streams, and then you're less professional. I was like, oh, professional? You think I do something professional? So kind. Oh, Julianne just got her Cosmos Colour Wheel Lake going. Oh, that's gorgeous. And the little freebies, of course. Oh, and so, of course, there's freebies involved in the kit that I'm going to show you today. Scrapback says, I don't like charcoal. Well, charcoal in its environment, it's gorgeous. There's two things. Art says, oh, why? Why? No, not this AI thing again. Oh, it's because I did that. Did that now turn it off? Yeah, I think I can do hand gestures and it turns it on. I don't know how to turn it back off. What if I do loser? Can that turn it off? Can you please go away? Not you, the AI. Hey, Demi, hey, oh, Kim's here, yay. Okay, so Alexandra's here. So, full-blown squirrel brain, as per usual. What was I talking about? Whatever. The AI completely, where is, I can click the button from here. What was I talking about? Whatever. I seriously can't remember. Pencils. Anyway, let's do sketching. So I will swing my camera around. No, I won't swing it around. I will click this button here. Ta-da. Excellent. Right, I've got mic, I've got it all. So I can see, oh, the kit. Yes, I've got a special kit, the kit. So what I took to doggy drawing was the window pane journal and my skincare coloured pencils. So I thought, well, I mean, these are lovely portrait colours. Oh, I've got a bit of dust on there. These are lovely portrait colours, but of course, these are animal doggy colours too. So this is the skincare magic wands. So I call pencils magic wands because you wave your hand, you hold your magic wand, wave it at the paper, and just delightful things seem to occur. So I've got my magic wands, and I know they are fantastic on vellum, which is what is in this journal. So this is the larger size, light-hearted art journal. So it's the lighter form. It's the A4 size, so you've got room to move. This is actually charcoal and coloured pencil on here. That's that smudginess. So I'd need to use a little bit of fixative. You can see that it gets a little bit of rub off, not the end of the world. But the main thing is you just get charcoal everywhere. So you end up with raccoon or panda eyes because you've got, you know, charcoal everywhere. And this is some drawing exercises that we started with. And coloured pencil on this type of paper is fabulous. And I like the sound it makes as I turn the page. This was our little model, Billy, the Cocker Spaniel. So cute. And I'm just going to, I think I can zoom. Can I zoom in a little bit here? No. Oh, I'd have to use that one then. So I've got my, this is a little poppy here. And I took a little paint pen with me. And we were just having fun drawing at the workshop. But, and then we also had fun with this sort of scratching into It's ink on a clay etching-y kind of paper. That was fun. That's messy too, man. See these black crumbs under here? That is from that stuff. So I managed to, oh, it's everywhere. Sandwiched everywhere. Oh well. I think I was just worried about the crumbs just so I could use my unicorn brush. Okay. So the reason that I love sketching with these is because they've got that thicker core, and I've got that really high pigment load that's in here. I'm just cleaning them off, and they're just so nice to draw with. So I used to do fashion when I was doing my fashion illustration. When I first started, my first proper job was in as a fashion illustrator, and using this because it works really well with alcohol markers. So the brand that we used to use, Copic, I don't even know if it existed at that time, but there were other brands, and alcohol markers have been around for a long time, but they're for commercial illustration. That's what they were developed for. And now they're huge in, with art and everything, but they're not light resistant anyway. They're a marker because they're made for commercial, quick use, and oh my gosh, I love doing this. Sorry, I've just been completely waylaid by the joy of drawing. Which is, I suppose, the point. The colour that I'm using here is flushed, as in flushed cheeks, not flushed anything else. But of course this is translucent here. So if I want to be able to see it even better, I can put a bit of white paper underneath. But I love the imperfection of this. This helps using coloured pencils and a weird paper like this, which is ideal for drawing, just keeps me in non-perfection, which drawing can invite. Perfectionitis can be invoked by drawing, because this is such a precise tool, and it can be a little bit hard to resist the siren call of perfectionitis when you're picking up such tools. So I keep that at bay by using colours, because that tricks my sketching reflex action. And I might try and do a bit of a recall of something that we saw yesterday, but I would need a shorter neck for that. And it was my favourite model. It was so cold yesterday, and Kim and I were kind of tired, and we thought, do we really want to go to life drawing? We went last night, we went the morning before. I'm so glad we went, because when we walked in, our favourite life model was there, and she's just so gorgeous to draw. Just so gorgeous to draw. She models right to the point of her fingers. So she does, just the way she holds her hands and her feet, let alone, the figure. And it's not even the beauty of the person, which of course that is part of it. She's sort of got goddess energy. There's just something goddessy energy about her, and I'm so glad we went. So I'm just going to sketch here, and notice when I'm sketching, I'm twirling my pencil. I'm doing wrong lines everywhere. I went to this fabulous live event, Leonardo da Vinci, and they had his sketchbooks and paintings from the Tate Gallery in London. They were live streaming all around the world to different cinemas. It was really cool event. And they had like the X-ray. You can see how many changes even the masters, even the great draftsmen make. And I love knowing that no one's perfect. Even the artists that you admire most on the planet, no one's perfect. And just striving to be is just, but it keeps us away from doing so much of what we want to do, this worry of not being good enough. So I just think tools that make that impossible have great value. So what I started to say though, see how I'm not just letting my mistakes be as they are, is I know that I can't really erase coloured pencil. I can try. Have I got one of these that I've already opened? Oh no, it's a brand new little set. Oh well, we'll open them together. I used to collect erasers as a child. I have quite a collection. So when I got to make my own erasers, I was very excited. So what I did was did a little set of books. So there's Whimsical Girls, Marvelous Mermaids, Fabulous Figures and Beautiful Faces. And I've got another little drawing kit that has this and the pencil in there. So they're all just cinched together here as a little library. But what makes these not just cute is that the shape of them, even though they're little books, you've got all of these points and lines and little rounded, I've got all of these different little areas that we can erase with. So I can, if I want to, erase a little bit, but the idea is to try and just live with your lines. But I just want you to know that you can erase somewhat if you have to, all right? The other thing to watch out with erasing is because this is rubber and you are squidging, sometimes, most of the time, you'll actually end up with a little waterproof area where whatever it is that you're using, because this has got oils and waxes in it, you know, graphite usually has got a bit of this and that in it, that can smudge in and you'll end up with a little waterproof patch. So then if you go to add watercolor or something else later, you'll end up with a funny little hydrophobic area which doesn't behave in the same way as the rest of your drawing, so that you end up with, yes, this funny little waterproof area, and it can be, you think, what on earth is happening? And it's something like that. Now I will put clothes on her in a minute, but I'm just trying to think of what I learnt yesterday in my hours and hours and hours of, well, over the last couple of days, life drawing. So we'll give her a little slip so we don't end up breaking any rules or laws, or no one feels uncomfortable. But it might be a bit diaphanous, but she sort of looks like she's got a unicorn horn on her head. I think she's off to some sort of party. I could easily turn her into a mermaid. Oh, and for the 10th time, I'm going to try and say, not only am I drawing with the tip of my pencil, but do you see how often I lay it flat to get these softer lines? So if you're going to do lots of colouring in, and see circles, 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 so that you can cut and lightly and build up the colour. Circles, 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 so you don't end up with streaks, unless you want streaks. So I can even use this by like colouring in around it to help disguise where I've got other lines and other things happening. I think I might give her some feathers or some little actions. I don't know what these are. I do it all the time at life drawing. They're like, I don't know what they are. They're just energy feathers. And I can pop a few little colours on over the top of the things like so. I might just attempt something. Yes, just come in a little bit closer. I think that's a bit better, isn't it? Yes, so this is the new tin that I've got here. The pencils are exactly the same. It's just we've sold out of them a couple of times. So when we, sometimes I can make a change to things, but the pencils are exactly the same. There's 24 colours and they've got that full range of skin tones. Not obviously every skin tone on the planet, because that would be, I don't know, 10,000 pencils. So, but we can, by showing you, by doing what I'm doing here, you can build up other skin tones. And if you really wanted to, you could get into your watercolors and start mixing different things. But you've got light to dark, warm and cool, peachy tones, etc. And the color names sort of hint at what is in the tin. So, oh, sorry, what is in the pencil, or what you might be able to use it for. So for the black, this is called lash line. For the white, this is smoothing, because you can use it as a highlight, of course, but you can also use it to combine the colours on there. And then all of the colours, the browns and beiges, silky skin, glowing skin, rich skin. This one here is some contouring colours. This is powder puff, because the idea is you can powder puff a little bit at the, give a little bit of a powder puff here. Let's do soft skin. This is porcelain skin here. This is a bit of more of a beige. So what should we do as her little, I might give her a little outfit. This colour is fabulous in eyes. This is blue shadow. I haven't got eyes big enough here. But we've got this as a little, just a cool shadow. This sends, wherever I'm adding this, sends it back a little bit, or says this is over that. So I might even add it down the whole of this side of the face to send this back into space. I always do this, end up with all the colours in my hand, and then I've eventually got to put them all down because I end up with too many. But it's a very, easy to, this is my pencil case here. So we'll give her a leg to stand on, shall we? She's not going to be quite balanced, but she's mid-flight. She's dancing, okay? And then she's got her little diaphanous. Let's give her a little hemline to say this is a dress, so it's just a bit see-through. But if I can draw the tummy button and draw the draping of, like, under the bust, at least you know where the middle of her body is. It's over here, so that she's twisting, so that we're moving her through space. She's got little muscular arms, and we'll let the little hands just float off into space. Might give her a bit more of a, build that up a little bit, and let's, but she could have a little dog as well. She could have a little ethereal space dog, or whatever, fairy unicorn dog. So his ears are going to be flapping up in the sky. I'm not sure if I can draw this freehand. I'm not, because I haven't done much dog drawing. But I'm just going to think of popcorn. So we've got a scone with three sultanas, eyes and nose. His ears are flapping up in the air, but his ears flap up in the air anyway. He's happy, his tongue's out. So we'll give this a little depth here. And if it is poppy, then maybe it should be this little blondie colour, because my little poppy corny is down there. and he's going to be, his little legs are here. Oh, that's too dark, you can't see that. So I will change my colour. One little leg is here, and another little leg is here, and another little leg is kicking up here, and his tail is here, and the other little leg is here. Oh, he's quite the ballet. So, Kim, if you're watching, practice doing some dogs again before the knowledge leaves our bodies. Oh, that's so cute. I'm going to add a dog in every drawing now. Now she's not happy enough because she's leaping along with her little pal. They're both going for a run in the fields, and I'll take her unicorn horn off. Maybe she's a princess and she's wearing a crown. I don't know. He's got some energy as well. Oh, he's so cute. He needs eyebrows. Ooh. Okay. So this is the fun of this paper is so slick for pencils. It loves them. And you can scratch into this kind of paper and do all sorts of other strange things. The other good papers are any paper for drawing, of course, but smooth paper is better than paper with texture like you would with watercolor paper. So in my journals that I've got the watercolor paper, one side's smoother, one side has a bit more texture. Watercolor loves texture, and pencils love the smoothness. It's easier to draw. It doesn't eat up your pencils as much. So drawing on this is smooth operator paper, is just lovely as well. It's a different experience. It's not as fast. This is a slicker surface, and I don't know if fast is the right technical term. It's just the way I think of papers for drawing, whether they're faster or slower, and that's a mood thing. This is a white card, so you're going to get different effects, be able to use different materials on this. You can use everything on this. This is going to crinkle up when you add water or other things. Oh, I should really try and draw Zozzy just to keep it even, but he's very fluffy and I might need to have him in front of me, which he's just at my feet. So that wouldn't be too hard, but I'm going to draw Poppy again. But Poppy is, I think he is a space dog today. So he's got his giraffe ears, no, his space ears on, and that's his tail going up around there. This is his little body and his other little legs. That's his tail will be there then. But his body is like that. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. He's like a space turtle dog. But yes, just how responsive and beautiful these pencils are. These are thicker cores than my magic wands, the other coloured ones, like these ones. And I can certainly add these colours, but as the little kit that I just took these and these. I did have a white paint pen, so I had white paint pen from my set, but you can use any of my white paint pens. You don't have to, of course, but it does, you can add a nice little highlight into things. And it just makes things pop, especially because you've got this grey paper. So it's especially fabulous on a toned paper, a coloured paper, if you have that in your little kit. But it's just, that's a little optional extra. And then the other thing that I put as the free gift for this, if you wanted to get this kit, and there's two reasons I've done this. Okay. One, it's fun. So it's this set of rub-ons. Oh, I haven't got all of them in here, but there's actually 8 pages, and I might not have the exact pages all here in all of them because I've been using them. But these are dry transfers. And the reason I've picked them to go in this kit, even though it's a sketching kit, is rub-ons, dry journal tattoos, are so fantastic on this paper. And this just adds a real creative little hit when you are drawing. So it again helps bust that perfection, and it just gives a gorgeous little something else. So here is a journal tattoo from one of the other sets. And the second reason is once you've used all your journal tattoos, which hopefully you use really quickly, you've got this gorgeous little pouch, which you don't have to take your tin. I actually love when I take them, I do like taking the tin because it does keep them all, I can see all my colours, and I know if I've picked them all up, if I'm missing any, which if you're creating out and about, that can actually be really helpful. But eventually you're going to want a pencil case, but you could put this, you could put some of your journal tattoos, whatever you want in them, and you've got a really gorgeous little pouch. I was so excited when I did these too, I'm telling you right now. So I'm going to put these back any old which way, which will of course drive me crazy because they're not in order, but I'll just be okay, Jane, you'll be okay. And just so you know that there are others, there are 2 other journal tattoo kits. This is Kaleidoscape. This is, I can't remember, something about love. And this is the Eyes Have It, I think. You can get them as a set, or you can get them individually. They come with a little applicator, i.e. pop stick. I'll show you that in a second. Oh, in fact, I might even take some of these ones out and we might use some of those as well. They lay down pretty easily over most things. They're just, and there's heaps of different designs in each one. They're all different. And then you've got the cute little pouch. So they're just one of my favourite things. So I've been doing, these are some that I had in a marbling kit. These are some of my original journal tattoos. Some we've sold out of, long time sold out of. And there are others that I think I still have some of these. Maybe not those ones. I think I have these ones. But I'll have enough of those to last the end of time. So they're just gorgeous though. Look at that. So these are all individual rub-ons. So you can just add a bit of rainbow, a bit of colour. You don't even need to take any art supplies with you. You just got your pencils. If you lose this, you can use a pencil to put them on with. Fantastic. I do find it a little bit easier. Julianne says your pouches are fantastic. Aren't they so cute? So I'm going to cut this off. You don't have to do this, but it just makes it a little bit easier to put things on and not end up putting on bits that you didn't mean to, okay? So then this is the backing paper, and this is the clear matte strip. And of course I've gone top quality on mine. And you can audition, you can think, oh, where would I like to put this? I've got this very colourful inside cover here. So why don't I, oh, no, I want to put it on the outside edge. And I do have all these little faces. If I didn't want the little faces there, I could take them off. And if you didn't want the whole thing, of course you could just, if you cut this, you'll just apply whatever is there. And when you put it on, I'm not sure if you can see that, but you can see it sort of ghosts, and that means it has left the building and it has attached to the paper. There are some things that it's not going to want to attach on. Charcoal, layer cake sometimes, palette pastels, any pastels, anything that's got a little bit too much oil and wax. If you can always get it to get them on there though, you just put a bit of matte medium on it and you can make it. Look, I'm an expert at getting things to do things that they're not meant to do. because as mixed media artists, other than my art supplies and a few others, they're not really made for, you know, the art supply rebels like us who like to use all the art supplies. We don't just want to use watercolour or just want to use one thing. We want to use everything. Oh, and that reminds me, going back to something I was saying, the two art supplies that don't play well with others are charcoal and oil paint. It's sort of its own thing, its own gorgeous thing, but it's oil pastel's a little bit. Look at that though. It's got this, it just feels good too. It just feels good too. And now we've got the elevation, and I can really play with a few little strange things. So this might be a crowd of people all looking. So what I'll do, I could get this little crowd of people oh, I've got a new K-pop song in my head. And, oh, I love it so much. Lemon drop, lemon drop, lemon drop. Oh, for at ease. Oh, it's so good. So just to show you, now this is charcoal, so it might give me a bit of trouble getting it on exactly where I want it. Oh, I missed that little bit there, but you know what? I can just draw that on. And knowing that it might not want to stick on the charcoal, I know that before I start. But think of it as collage without glue. You can layer them one over the other over the other. And once I've started on a sheet, I really do try and use up the whole sheet so that, I don't know, it's fun. So even if I put fixative over this, or spray varnish, sometimes it's called, is that going to come off? Sometimes it'll just come off in formation with everyone else, even if it doesn't want to stick. And I can start thinking of this as a collage element. And I can even draw over. You can put layer cake over these. Watercolor, not so much, it's going to fall off. Acrylic, of course. Paint pens. And this is the Wonder Writer. To sort of make him pop up in front of this again. So it's not just drawing, it's, I don't know, I'm going into a different realm. I'm taking it into just, I don't know, a bit more creative fun. So I thought this would be just a fun way. It's a little heart starter, a little get goinger, especially doing something like this, which is very playful, feels very, you know, bringing in your child energy. Just a lot of fun, right? Now I'm going to have a quick little check of, no, not that one, this one. I'm in the corner, hello. Just to have a look at little questions so I can, okay, so I've got to go, where's the, I don't know where the mouse is. Where's the mouse? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I've got to actually go over that side to go over here and lift this up. My goodness me. Okay. Exactly, Debbie. He's at a dog show and they're all cheering. That's cute. I like that. Coletta is trying the side scribble. I'm so proud of you, Coletta. Getting right into it and drawing, getting straight in there and giving it a little whirl. See, here's my darling little man. Where is my popcorn? Hey, Pops, where are you, darling? Oh, they're both down there at my feet looking out the window. They're so cute. If a chicken or something comes across, a bush turkey, in front of us, we're in for some noise. But until then, everything will be fine. Well, I think Poppy needs love hearts. Yes. Yes, let's do love hearts. Okay. Now, I'm not even 1000% sure which. I think these ones are definitely in the set that I've included. But they're just, I don't know, they just add a little bit of extra fun to things, and I can audition. So it's a good little place to warm up. Oh, see, he could be thinking love hearts. This could be radiating from his head. Oh, I might try that. It's just fun. Or out of his tail. Where does a dog's love come out of? Its head, its heart, its tail. All of the above, perhaps. All of the above, perhaps. So Coletta is enjoying it. So your tin might look different. Every time something sells out and I redo things, sometimes I change things around. So you might have the first edition, Penny. We might have the second edition. Just depends on my whims at the time. Oh, this is fun. Like all tools that you can audition with, like stamps, stencils, scrapbooking, papers, collage papers, journal tattoos, all of these sorts of little tools. Oh, I messed that one up. I'll just leave it as it is. Yeah, you just get new little ideas. So now he has rainbow love coming out of his brain. Cute. And now it's not just a funny little sketch. You know, I've got a little, kind of like a little story starting to happen that I can keep adding to. I can add other things. This was little man when he was a little tiny munchkin. From a little photo, and he was so tired. I got it off his Instagram. He was so tired. Oh. Well, I might just leave that one for now. But he might have he could have some little colourful dreams as well. Maybe I'm floating there over his shoulder. And this needs something crazy behind it, I think. We need a bit of colour. But see, we could also do a bit of watercolour maybe. Dreams don't expire. Oh, so that would be quite cute. Might just add these little colours, my little mermaids here anyway. Just so I've got a bit of colour happening on each page. And then I might not have to do any. Do you panic every time? I'm just hearing the garbage truck out the front's just arrived, and it's that feeling, have I put the bin out? But I know that Angus did. Oh, that charcoal's everywhere and I've hardly used any. Yeah, so you just rub down. That's why they're called rub-ons. You can put them on fabric. Washing them might be a bit of an issue. Like if you wanted them to set there, like as a t-shirt permanently, it's not really going to do that. But if you had it on a little bag that you're not going to wash often, or a pouch or something, you can do that. You might also be able to add a bit of fabric medium over them. But like I've just got now a little bit of colour there. And oh, I've got my noggin over the top. So I'll just have a quick look at questions. And are we on here? Yes, we are. And I can just have a quick little looky-poo. Alison saying, will I get Back to the Fuchsia journals? Back to the Fuchsia is out. Aquaculture is very low. I think Smooth Operator journals are gone. Glittering Prize, the glittery ones with the purple covers, they're gone. Will we be getting them again? Maybe eventually, but not at the moment. Not in the short term. We've got all of the... I'm working on something else. But if you wanted to get one of the Aquaculture, Smooth Operator, any of our multicoloured journals, just basically really we have to think of things as being limited edition at all times, because you know I change things around all the time. Now I wonder if I can change, so I'm going to go over like this from here. Sorry, I'm going to grab myself and float myself over there. Oh, that's better. Now I'm floating over that side of the page. And then I have to do this way round. Oh my goodness. But I am proud of myself because we're all good. Will the Greek gods ink come back in? The Roman gods and monsters inks are, we still have some of those. The Greek gods and monsters is gone for the time being. We might get some more eventually, but I might do something different. But I might do them again. I'll just see. I'll just see. Because again, I've got other things that I want to do. And I only have so much room in my handbag to fit all the things. Kim said, that's why I bought extra journals when I could. It's just, it is, once, if you find a favourite thing, it's not a bad idea to get a few little multiples of things. That's always handy. So, yeah, Back to the Fuchsia, she's gone for the moment. The watercolour paper that we have there is in the Aquaculture, and the flip journals is the other one. It's not a hard-bound journal. But the paper is so good. So I would like, I think my next watercolour journal might be that with that paper. But the cost of it will be a lot, you know, because watercolour paper is expensive, and getting them made in the bound journals. And I want to do a bigger size as well. So we might be doing like a super extraordinary one. But then again, see, I wouldn't hesitate. But, you know, I don't want to spend other people's money for them. Maybe we would, Kim suggested a pre-order situation, so I could find out if there'd be interest in that. But because I have so many watercolour journals that I've bought for other things, and they're always expensive. If a journal's cheap, you know that the paper is no good. That's why it's cheap, because it's the paper. The cost of binding, it's the same, whether if it's a nice, you know, hardcover binding, any brand. If you can save money on a glue binding or other types of binding or different types of treatment for the cover. But really, it all depends on the paper itself. That's the determining factor, because paper costs are wildly different depending on what is in the paper and the processes that it's had to have, and watercolor is the most expensive paper because of what is in it, and it's in molds, and it has to be made with attention so that it has even consistency, and it has to have sizing. So there's things, technical things going on that make it that. So that is what I'm thinking I will do next, but early days. Andrew's asked, will I be doing another whimsical girls, like the colouring book? Because she loves that. Oh, I should, shouldn't I? Yes, probably at some point I will. And I've also got books that I want to do. It's just a matter of getting around to doing them. Allegedly, you can just do them with AI. No. There's plenty of those around. I think it takes a bit of, it's just a time thing. So I'm working on a massive online workshop at the moment, which I'm super excited about, and lots of new art supplies. So that's why I'm just super busy doing that and very inspired and having lots of fun with all the colours. And then I've had it on my slate to do more books for ages, but anyway, I'll get there eventually. Cindy say one journal with all the papers. Well, you can do that now, Cindy. You just have to bind it yourself. We've got the paper packs, and you can decide whatever papers you want. So you can still get the glittering prize paper, and it's in that larger size too, in the A4. You can get the glittering prize, the aquaculture, the back to the fuchsia, window pane, levitation, dark art, smooth operator, all the gorgeous papers, and you can make whatever journal you want. And we've got the bookbinding kit there as well. I've got charcoal on my fingers from that one little thing. Charcoal. Ugh, dramas. Yes, so you can make your own journal with all the different papers. I have tried to have our papers in the different journals. Oh no, that AI thing switched on. Sorry, excuse me for 1 minute. I just have to turn that crack attack thing off. It's whack. It's a hand gesture that I must have used, and now we're zoomed in and off center. Great. Perfect. Yes, so yeah, mix the papers. With binding it, because some of the papers are so thick and some of them are so fine, the binding, I wasn't happy with how that was turning out. And journals, the binding's quite important because we do put our journals through a lot, and they've got to last with us. There's things you can do to fix them up, of course, but I'd rather that they just last. So the solution is the papers, and you make your own journal, and that's a lot of fun, and so you can certainly do that. But I can always have another look at that. We can look at doing all the papers. And yes, I've got a big multicolour, and I've just started journaling in a bigger journal again. Actually life drawing, not journaling. And it's nice to have that bigger space, but I also like journaling in little tiny journals too. So like this little guy. This little cutie. So this is levitation paper, and this one is window pane, which is the same paper that I'm on here. So the window pane journal comes in 3 sizes. It comes in, it's one of my favorites to create on because it just gets you out of perfection, because you're on see-through paper, so you've got things showing through, so you already have no perfection. You're already out of control. There is no control, and you can use all the art supplies on it, and it looks awesome with washi tape and journal tattoos. So it's perfect, really. Just pop it in its little cover. So it comes in, the window pane comes in the Escape Artist little travel size. It comes in the regular drawing room size, which is the B5 size, this size. Oh, it's going to be an avalanche of journal tattoos, that size, and this size, A4 size, which is what I've just been working in. So you've got the levitation, that's the Smooth Operator cover, not that cover, but you've got them in those 3 sizes because I just adore. And look, you can use tracing paper, other vellum. It's just that this, my one, is tested for layer cake, art supplies, obviously, layer cake, pencil, just all of the mixed media. Some you can't do everything with, it falls apart, but this one, you know how I like to test papers. You may not know that, but I do. I like to put them through their paces. But let's do a bit of watercolour on. It's gorgeous with layer cake. Now it will crinkle up, but it'll flatten back out, and it'll crinkle up in the most beautiful way. And then, just for giggles, we can, I love the colours. I'll just put a bit of this blue on there as well. Let's get our pencils out. Oh, do I have one of my rainbow pencils? I feel rainbowy. Oh, I might need to sharpen her. Where's my sharpener? I don't know. Are they all not sharpened? Oh. Poo machine. Oh, well, next time I'll leave them there to remind myself to either bring a sharpener to work, i.e. here, or I'll just use one of my pencils. I just felt rainbowy for a second, but see how the paper started to crinkle up like that? And so you get all these nice little rivulets. Rivulets. Let's use a little bit. We've just got normal watercolour, just so I can show you what this paper does. And like I said, you could just use a lead pencil and paint. You don't have to do anything fancy, but I've got a super special on this kit. So you've got the pencils, the big see-through window pane journal. You've got a special on the pencils, and you get the whole, all of those gorgeous rub-ons. Free gift. Free gift. Just that might, depending on when you're watching this, that offer may not still be on, okay? Sometimes you have to be quick, and like I said, things sell out. And it is what it is. JDHQ is pretty big, but you know, I have to live within, it's not the room of requirement. It's not exponentially expanding. We have to live within reality. So I'm using a bit of Book Truck watercolour just to show you watercolour on here as well. And I've got my Hero Vision as well. Let's pop a little bit of this on there. Do we need to be able to see me? Probably not. Oh, the crinkles and pooling is just addicting, actually. Oh, I can turn myself off. There we go. No. We don't need me on there. This is Hero Vision. This has got sparkle in it. Oh, yum. Oh, I sounded like I ran into a fence then, but I was actually very happy. That's what the weird sound was. Sorry. I wasn't running into a fence. Just having a bit of fun. I think this is one of the best watercolour palettes I've ever done. It's a combination of actual normal watercolour and the mica, whereas this one, or the shimmering pigments, depending on what I've used. This one, the Celestial Universe, this is all shimmer. We'll do that one next. We'll do that one next. And my little unique, this is Chameleon Shimmer. I'll put that there too, just so we've got a little bit of everything, right? Why not? Why are we so far over this way? But with these sorts of pure shimmer kinds of ones, pop a little bit of water onto the colour you want to use. I'm going to pop just a bit of water on those two. And this one here too, I'll pop a little, oh yeah, let's get her going. Let's get her, let's just get them all going. It doesn't matter if you activate them and don't use them. But if you've got a little bit of water sitting on them, they're waking up. We're waking up the muse and saying, hello, please prepare yourself. You may be required to do battle at any point in time. You might be required to come to the party in a minute. So let's just do a few little, look at these colours. Okay, now let's go full-blown shimmer. So these are the uniques, and these have got, they're mega twinkly. You won't be able to really see that until it's dry, because the water is reflective. But I'm going to pop a little bit of this on here, and oh lordy, Zeus in heaven, no, Olympus. I'm getting my gods mixed up there. My goodness me, yum. And depending on the angle, you've got different twinklings, but you might not be able to see any of that twinkling quite yet. So that was Hero Vision, Unique. Let's get the universe happening. So Utopia is sold out at the moment. If you're interested in Euphoria, I'm just letting you know, it's just a update. I think they're about to sell out. We will definitely be getting more Euphoria, and probably Utopia. Universe, oh, I think Eurovision's about to sell out too. These are always selling out, and then I'm not sure, I don't know yet. I'm working on watercolors at the moment. I've got so many things that I want to do. It's unending. You know, it's just, you can't have enough watercolor, you can't have enough pens, you can't have enough art supplies, really. This is why it's funny, me doing a drawing kit with basically two things, pencils and paper. But of course the paper has to be crazy, and the pencils, you know, have to be amazing. We can't be regular. Who has a drawing kit? It's like this. Nobody. Me. And I like it that way. So this is lash line. Let's sketch. Obviously this is hair. Obviously. Like, well, why wouldn't it be? And let's sketch. So if I draw into this when it's wet, I can stretch the paper and it will annoy it a little bit. But, you know, you can decide whether you care or not. You might like that, because if I grab a little bit of watercolour and bring that down into here, I can sort of draw with my watercolour too. If I hadn't gas bagged on so long, I'd be able to draw. Because this is so slick, this paper, it allows you to do that, because it's going to sit there for a little bit as it dries. But isn't that fun? Oh, and because this is like this, you won't be able to see it quite yet, but with those lighter colours, that's got opacity. So I'm actually adding in highlight now. I'll just put a darker. So this will, if I did a more colour on the back here, or if I added some paint on this side, like I might have it here. If I want this colour to stand out a bit more and I don't want it to show through, I can add colour on the other side. I might not have done it here. This might be acrylic on here or layer cake. If I don't want it to be see-through, I could put a paint on this side, white or pink or whatever, and then it stops the see-throughness of it and it makes this stand out more. But it just depends. Like I've done here, I've got a bit of white on here to really make that stand out, and then I think it's just white paint pen, and this is paint pen on here and pen and so forth. and then just scribbling and drawing, and I was taking notes as I was flying along. Oh, I've still got room in this one. Oh, it must be my levitation that's full. Okay. Now I need to get a few more puddles of watercolour actually. So I want to puddle draw. Oh, Penny's making Davenpeeps. Good one, Penny. The beautiful part of that is that you can create with her. Like I have my friend Kim and other friends that can come. My mum can come and we do art. But Kim's very brave because she will come to life drawing. And she drew big yesterday. She went big. Which is a real milestone, you know, when you make a move from something that you've been comfortable with. You're already on the edge every time you create, really. When you start to move into another, something that's different for you, it's so good for you. I think it increases your confidence in all other areas of your life as well. You let me know. I can only speak from experience, but you know, for myself, isn't that cool when the watercolor comes over? Oh, me love it. Very random, can't be controlled. It's watercolor, so it won't be told what to do by no man. Don't know who you are. Does it? It's not that it's belligerent or arrogant or anything like that. It's just watercolor. It's a very free spirit. It's a very free spirit. Ooh, and it's sort of made the pencil soft, yummy, and delicious. Yes, so we've got fun happening. Oh, let's do watercolour for the libbies. So the drawing kit has gone quite wild very quickly. But what if I added I could just do one watercolour, right? I could, even if I wanted to go tiny, I could just do that. And maybe that. How could you not have that? I mean, seriously. So that's the Frida layer cake. If you've never seen layer cake before, well, this is layer cake in the colour wheel. And it's very, very fabulous. And then once this is dry, of course, I can put the pencil over the top of it. But let's do that. Seeing as this is still activated, let's give it drop a bit of shimmer in that already. Oh, but look, the pink is going in it as well, the orange. We're getting a bit of a complementary doodly do. We're going to use this as a shading colour. What? Why not? She's got a colourful mind, this lady. She's got party mind. Happy mind. Stop using the black, Jane. Put it down. Oh, and the other thing is, of course we can use these, but you can also watercolour pencils. If you didn't want to do these, you could do these, and I do actually have a special for these as well, don't I? I haven't taken it off yet. I should have taken it off 2 weeks ago. I just forgotten. I keep forgetting. So I think it's the flip paper, and this, just be careful. The paper is very, very fine. It's delicate. When it's in this wet state, you can stretch it, and the crinkling won't go back in the same way. What's interesting about this is this will set before the crinkle flattens out, so you will still get this beautiful extra texture in the colours. But I can draw into this now. Oh, why don't I do it with a brighter colour though? Let's get a bit of blue bottle happening. Again, just steal a bit of that watercolour from there. Yes, I can feel where I stretched that little bit of paper there. That's all right. Oh, yum, the shimmery shoes. Oh, there's something magic going on there. If you're having a day where you've watched too much news or someone at work, or a member of the family is being a bit of a pain, or whatever. The dog's done something naughty. Just to come back to yourself, or even just, you know, for whatever reason, not feeling well, life, past traumas, all the things that affect us. Just give yourself a few little minutes, get out a bit of drawing. If you want to really level yourself out, get out a bit of watercolor and just do weird, crazy things. Because the paper is already imperfect, the whole thing's imperfect, it doesn't matter. And I've got a whole journal of paper. So if this doesn't work out, look how many more tries I've got. I've got so many. So many. I don't even have to get anxious and tear this one out. Do you know, I think I might just leave her face open like that. Maybe I'll just do a bit of white pencil. Oh, a bit of gold. Oh, why not? Sort of a bit undefined. Oh, and then, oh, yum. So yes, in the bundles section, might also be in the news section of the website, Davenport.com. You can find that little flip journal special. You can find the Gods and Monsters ink and the Venus pebble pigments, the little sculptures, little watercolor sculptures. These gorgeous pigments. I've got that little special, and this week's one. Okay, so move those out of the way. What was I gonna? Oh, let's add this. Dreams don't expire. No, they don't. No, they don't. Is that the best one? Yeah, I think we don't want expiring dreams. That's a good little thing to remind ourselves of. Dreaming is free. I'll just have a look and make sure. See, and once this is all dry, I could add a few little extra doodly doos. Even if you didn't want to draw, you've even got little faces and things that you can use from here. Enjoy your untamed, colourful dreams. Oh, which one's better? I think dreams don't expire, but should I just pop it up in here? I might pop it up in there, and then I've got room to do something else. I might top and tail her, but she might get a bit of dreaming down here too. Let's just trim that off. I might need to wait for things to dry, really, would be the sensible thing to do, but I'm not really a sensible person very often. Got no idea what the time is. I'm just having fun. So that is my suggestion as a drawing kit. Pencils and amazing paper, because you can use any paper at all, doesn't matter, but paper makes the surface you're working on makes the single biggest difference. You can have the best watercolors or whatever in the world, the most expensive, the whatever, and if you're working on paper that just is no good, it's just cheap and nasty, it's only so much that the most beautiful things can do. Paper that works as a amazing backdrop to help you realize your artistic dreams. that is just worth every cent that you spend on yourself, because, you know, when I see, you know, like at Life Drawing, people on like butcher paper, cheap paper, ooh, just things go through it. It pills. The watercolor can't release, do its thing. Can't crinkle nicely. Gets not the nice crinkles, get ugly crinkles. So let's have a little. See, until the water dries, you won't really get the full sheening, but you can start to see we've got shimmerlific happenings occurring. We've got little rainbow dreams, crowds of people at the Good Boy Show. And just a bit of extra space. Fun, right? Okay, now let me go to this one. Oh, here we are. And which, this is so funny. I've got 3 screens. My computer screen is over there. This little screen and an iPad screen. And I don't know where the mouse is. I found it. There she is. She won't go over there. Here she is. Okay. And now, I can do this. Why am I over there though? What? Oh, there we go. You're an idiot, that's why, Jane. You are an idiot. Okay. I've just dropped back into the chats, and the first thing I see is, I love the sound of loons. Are you referring to me? I'm hoping you mean birds. Do you know what we saw out the front of our place? Yes, our Angus saw it. Was a regent bowerbird, and they're black and yellow. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So we have them living here. We found a dead one. Ran into a window. Oh, I just hurt my neck. And oh my gosh, I did as well. And just by thinking thoughts of the beautiful bird, it's just so nice that they're living here. They're gorgeous. Anyway, we love birds. Right. I hope you're writing all the Jainisms down. Perhaps. Shimmerific. It's another one, exactly. The new workshop, Lisa, is... I think I might be able to start talking about it next week. And because there's also... art supplies that go with it. You don't have to have the art supplies to do it, and you don't have to get the workshop to have the art supplies, of course, but they kind of were inspired by the workshop. And it's a workshop that I've been wanting to do forever, and it's inspired by my favourite artist of all time. And I'm extremely excited about it. So I've already started filming. The rub-ons are on the website. So if you look in the ephemera section, you can see all of our different rub-ons. Can I drop a link? I probably can, under the thing. But if you use the search, but they're called journal tattoos, Tattoos, journal tattoos, or in the ephemera section at JaneDavenport.com. In fact, I might need to move. I'd need to use over to my other computer. Okay. Yes, so the next workshop is, I'll start talking about it, but I will do it. It'll be coming out, might come out for July. But see, next week's my birthday, so I'm trying to get it all happening for that. We'll see. Okay, my friends. Well, I am looking at, obviously, because I'm doing these questions. And all the fun of it'll... Oh, excellent. Okay, my friends. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you had fun. I hope you try some of these fun things. You can check out that drawing kit. You can make your own with whatever you've got, of course. I just put a lot of thought into art supplies. A lot of thought. And it keeps me up at night in a good way, thinking of the art side. So having the journal tattoos in there just sort of came in the middle of that, and then I couldn't sleep. I was like, I have to have that as part of the thing, even though it's not specifically drawing. It just, anything we can use to make things more fun and engage that fun part of the mind, the experimental part, is very, very helpful, because it just helps your drawing be released from panic mode, basically. So I spend the whole of life drawing trying not to be in panic mode and trying not to be in that judgmental thing of it. I'm trying to draw what I'm feeling. I'm trying to stay in that realm and what I'm seeing, of course, because that's part of what's making me feel that way. But, you know, letting things happen loosely, like that strange little lady that I just created, or the one with the little flying dog. There's plenty of things that aren't right with it, but what's right is the way it makes me feel when I'm creating it. And at the end, I've got this wonderful little testament to that moment in my life. And my life is better for drawing. I might make that as a t-shirt. My life is better for drawing. My life is better for drawing. Let's have that as our mantra. See, I love drawing, so there you go. Well, again, leave the perfection artist behind. Get into the joyfully unpolished. Get out your pencils. Get out your paper. Do some drawing. And enjoy the time that you have with the paper or whatever surface it is that you have chosen. You can, of course, subscribe to the channel, drop a like, by leaving a comment, that's great too. And you can check out the website. If you ever need help on anything on the website, there's a help button there. If you're logged into your profile on the website, that's even better, because it's just easier for us to help you, because Angus can actually see, or whoever's helping can actually see exactly what workshops you have, what things you've got. Not any private information or anything like that. We don't store any payment things. That's all, you know, with PayPal or whatever you decide to use. But what you've chosen on the website, we can see, and that can help us help you in any way. And if you can't find something, or you've got a question about anything, we are always happy to help not at any time, because we're not there 24/7, and we don't have an AI chat thing. We have one on the Facebook, because Facebook have put it there. There's one in the Facebook group. I don't know how useful it is. We'll just see. I'm all for things that are useful. But you see, sometimes you have to give things a little bit of time to find their feet. And then you wondered how you couldn't live without it. But I'm not at that stage yet. And certainly I don't like it when I am on a website and you've just got an AI chat thing. I don't find them that helpful, do you? They'll probably get better over time, of course. But yes, go and have some sketchy fun, and I shall see you for my next live stream, which will be next Thursday. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Just hiccuped. I will be, unless I go to life drawing, which I won't, because I'll go the night before. I'll do the different life drawing. I'm making decisions for my life as we're speaking. And yeah, have a great week. Bye.